on 7 with a better round differential, and of course have the tiebreaker against DarkZero. Something to consider. And for DZ, this is their last game for group stage, Emmy. They've got tomorrow off, so they need the 2.
Doesn't make it seem like there is one. They're opting to try and sort of sit and stand their ground and bait time, and there's the spray. There's Bolo, though, getting Misa in the same second. Soldier gets the first, and Bolo gets the second. And now it's a 1 versus 1 against the Blitz. Surely Soldier has this in pocket, does the distance, gets the blind and the spray down, but still, big cost of players when you have the man with the blinding iron.
Danielle is there's now the Blitz. He's got the kit in hand. No nitrocells available right now for DarkZero, so if you can get into that smoke or get behind the pillar, it could be a good chance to get the plant down. Nafe will fall, but Soldier should be able to execute this plant nicely, but they lose Gotti at the exact same moment as Soldier does get the plant. He falls back towards bot yellow, so low on health. They'll get Nafe back up as well for good measure, and that means Soldier, well, he's probably not going to be able to clutch it from here as a 10 HP Blitz finished off, shot in the body as well for good measure. And with verticality being so important as well, those nitrocells add an extra layer to it. Losing Ryder now on the buck, not ideal for PSG Talon. No skeleton key available if they do want to try and play the Vert. They've still got the Boogie Auto breaches from Ram on the Yas, but there goes Gotti. Another nitrocell elimination for DarkZero gives them the advantage for the final minute of this round. Despite Misa getting that opening kill onto Kobilax, who went for the spawn peak. Ever since then, it's all been DarkZero defensively. They've been pretty aggressive on their defense, moving around the map, denying entry position to PSG Talon. On the road, still for DZ, I'm expecting them to want to push up, flanking behind on the first floor. They've got many options if they want to make their way back up. Lovely kill for Bolo, too easy. Misa had absolutely no idea. They look like a team that just doesn't have the information. Got so many drones as well still, PSG Talon. They just looked lost a little bit here in this second round.
Stalled out for a long time. It allowed them to fish with C4s. The flash attempt to try and cover the other angle, but it's an individual play that is netted nothing. Trying to hit risk and rewards, but sort of remember where the site is, what's been cleared and what's been held. Yes, you might be able to get a kill out of this, but you're the man with the kit and you can't even make it in time. Pamba, kind of agree there. It was stalled out, the ellipsis, the way. Well, the confidence needs to come behind it. Think how much utility has been cost to get the entrance here, and NJR, easy.
What are they doing?
Just easy. The drone
There was a drone there.
a second too late, but why would you turn away from that situation? What are you looking for behind you? Why are you not fully focused on what has been the tight engagement point? You know that they've been putting pressure back from this side. And you have other players covering Visa window.
It's going to get swung here. NJR is going to surely get another kill. Here he comes. Oh, no. He still hasn't picked it up. Now he has. And Soldier elsewhere. A couple of kills. He's got 5 now inside of the opening 3 rounds. And just like that, DarkZero go from total control with a double kill and the kit on the floor to PSG Talon finding a way to salvage this. With the kit acquired over towards Talers, get the plant down, and with the extra number inside of the server, PSG Talon now find themselves in a winnable round. And JR shot down by Soldier, who's got 3 very important kills. And down to just Kobilax with little to no health and little to no chances in this round. It's going to take a mighty, mighty effort of which he cannot stand up to the task. Talon stealing that one from...
Go for the sort of reverse swing around. They have the coverage. This is a very good idea. Hoping and baiting that the player will pop in, but this is the fight that needs to be won, and it's not. NJR tucked for only 1. Very important trade, and now look at the positions PSG Talon have. Coverage onto the rotate in. That C4 will not get the catch it needs. They've got to try and just drive themselves across another plant, and they peel themselves back. Can they withstand? If they can hold on to the meeting desk, the reception in the front wall, and the rotate on top spiral, then suddenly there's a very narrow split that they can work with. Yes, over the top, Nathan, important trade right back and forth, 30 seconds, and a 2 versus 2. He's on a sliver of health, gonna go for the long arm, but he's gonna hold on. No, he's up and he's off.
He got off it. I mean, he had pressure because of the 2 different players, 2 different angles. Despite the fact that one of them deeper back, Misa was never going to find it right again. Nicely executed.
try and cover this right now. 2 smokes and a hell of a lot of flashbangs. It's just gonna have to be noise and aggression here. We start to get the push, 10 seconds, and RazaH finds the first onto Kobe. They're tucked deep in a great position, but if this C4 is the right way, which it is, well, now it's 2 seconds to get a kit. I don't know if they have the time. They don't. Too little, too late. This really should be a bit of a shutdown, but I appreciate the Soldier isn't entirely just throwing himself in. He's very curious, and Kobe gets it. There's a trade out and a drop. That was the cover that I was talking about, and there's Gotti and Misa able to pick apart Nafe and Pamba. So
away. The inability to execute towards the site has been quite lackluster. Logic Bomb available from Misa and does call that out onto the remaining 3 players of DarkZero. Little drive-by. Happily take that one onto Bolo. Misa and Gotti, though, fall. And suddenly becomes a 2 versus 2 heading into the final 30 seconds. Flash just to try and offset NJR's position, and he does so deep inside a server. Had a nitrocell, now lost his life, and all down to the rookie, and Kobe lacked in a 1v2.
Yes, and RazaH, though, they don't have the kit. They had to go off and recollect it, and he's used that moment to swing round. They're going to go for the pickup. It's the right decision, because otherwise you head down and waiting for the end. Kobe is so low health, but what a rotate! Ran onto the back for Kobelax. He's able to get himself in, and no, what are you doing? You know, trying to potentially now go up spiral. They're pushing their way up the Visa stairs as well. The coverage of the smokes. Here's the engagement, and it's Kobe that wins out against RazaH underneath. Bolo's with him. As I said, they're rotating towards spiral as well, and PSG Talon don't adapt for this. As has been sort of formulated here from the top of the stairs. It might start going away from them. There's 1 and 2! Misa gifted! 2 kills there, Nathan Bolo gone. Suddenly the body balance has flipped. He's about to find a shield, but the Echo's giving him the full read. Fantastic use and cover from Soldier in the meantime. The pressure on towards the corridor is a 3rd, not a 4th for Misa. Kobe shuts it down.
Yeah, is Kobe going to be aware that there's now one holding? He should, because that diffuse is in a bit of a bad spot. They've got 37 seconds. He's got to make a decision here. Push quickly, and he does. Through long downs back in towards the hallway. He can now play off of NJR. Again, they don't have that diffuser. I think it's stuck over towards main lobby, and if they don't go for it now, they basically have to rush the site, go for the kills. 2 on 3, just start pushing in, go for the swing. There it is. It's not going to get picked up. With so little time remaining, you have to just commit to the fight towards the site. Bulletproof camera, not ideal. Good kill, though, from Kobe. 3 in the round, almost looking for the ace. Can't win the battle up close, though. Gotti with a shotgun. Gets rid of him. 5 seconds left for NJR to find the 2 kills. Trying to shoot Yas through the wall. He presents. You know where the last player is, but no time remaining.
Out, however, the crossfires.
They can't get breached now either. I mean, it's not going to happen, so you've got to go for a back push. I think this is a really good adaptation from Kobe to try and be the one, but he can't catch out Misa on the hard left side. Throws out a gas pack, expecting more, and gets the kill onto Pampasu, who is struggling immensely against PSG Talon. Pampasu's 0-7, and Talon are about to tie this game up unless Bolo and NJR can change the course of this round rather rapidly. 35 seconds remaining. They do have the diffuser, but again, main breach is still reinforced. NJR and Bolo playing separately. They can't really trade off of each other. And with NJR's death, it's all down to Bolo in a 1 versus 4. Shot in the back by Soldier. So slow from DarkZero. That's certainly been quite a startling realization, because on the defense they were so aggressive. I thought their movement was great. RazaH gets a free kill on the Pampasu, who just can't play the game right now. I mean, he's just absolutely ineffective. Bolo, though, has at least found 2. Another swing in. Nafe can't win the battle. Loses out to Gotti, but fortunately Kobe was close by, therefore gets the immediate trade. Keeps the advantage with DarkZero. Heading into the final minute, and a far better little push in the middle portion of this round from DZ, because they've looked really slow on these attacks so far in the second half. At the right time, they pick up the pace, they get a couple of kills, and they've got themselves an extra number. Heading into the final 50 seconds, down to RazaH and Soldier to see if they can get a 3rd round in a row for PSG Talon and evidently take the lead.
RazaH is the stopping point, because Kobe is trying to get the plant, and he's looking the wrong way. Bolo is the cover.
Oh, that was quick.
A timeout, yeah, I mean, understandable.
So I'm curious if this is going to change things a little bit. Gotti, of course, has thrown out 1 gas babe. He's going to throw out a 2nd one here very shortly. Losing a couple of players now. RazaH goes down. I think they might lose a couple more. Yeah, I mean, that's just Misa trying to get aggressive off of the gas wave. Well executed from DarkZero, and I love the time in which they've done it in this round. Faster pace, they had a clear plan coming out of the timeout, executed by Kenny. They've done it perfectly, even with the smoke. It hasn't really changed too much into this round for DarkZero. This is perfectly executed and puts a lot of pressure onto Soldier and Yas.
They don't have the kit right now, but instead of that, they're going to try and push onto Soldier, who's the sole one on the site. He's able to get one. He's trying to get out of there and find himself a route, but he just had nowhere to go. Yas. Now, 3 more players to pull apart. Kobe has recollected the site, but they had the watch. 6-4.
Sensational so far in this match. 12 kills on the Deimos. Still has the death marks and finds the headshot onto Yas as well, successfully putting it back to a 4 versus 4. 40 seconds remaining. DarkZero looking to close out this map of Consulate. PSG Talon wanting to hopefully continue for a little bit longer. Misa towards top spiral. He's already done some damage from that position before, but no one there for DZ. Making the push again. Kobe Lax gets one. Couldn't get the second, but he's got Hal Bambazu, who has arisen late in this match, but shut down by Soldier and now down to just 2 versus 2. The swing from NJR is clean. Rips the head off of Soldier, leaving Misa. One tap onto Bolo. NJR no longer sticking the kit. Nitrocell will miss. Has the ping information. 2 seconds. Misa just has to hide. Will do so successfully. Clutch round from Misa.
Really mind. He knows he's been revealed. The Capital bolt from underneath through the gap is doing some of the damage towards Ryder. There's a smoke battle on the plant spot as well as Misa swings out, gets NJR, but there's the fight right back. All the way over the top of Spiral here in DarkZero. They just grab control of the long vending corridor, and at this point, Yas, he's got to try and start operating his way back towards the site and the fight itself right now. They are toying, playing coyly with the door of the site itself, eyeing up the idea. Do we execute? Do we pull back? But all of this conversation is pulling away from the 40 seconds that we only have left.
Yeah, I mean, this is where, for PSG Talon, do they think about going for that counter punch, being aggressive? Goddy's still a couple of gas babes. They're now gone, expended. Big kill for Ryder onto Bolo. There's the Yokai as well. Burst goes out, and they've just cleaned house. Back in towards Expo for Pambasu with the Kawan Hive Launcher. He can send the bees out, try and clear out some of these positions so that PSG Talon maybe can't quite stand in those power positions. Still got the mirror window to play off. Bolo's the one, though, that finds the opening pick onto Yas. Shuts down the 2-brow. Yellow Stairs control. And the final 20 seconds approaching here to begin overtime.
The risk right now is obviously, well, if they stop the planter, it could be the end of the round. We saw PSG fall to this hold, but the hold seems more solid here from the side of DarkZero. They have above, they have yellow, they have the cross, they have no chance of swinging out. There it is, perfectly demonstrated. Ryder does stop it with the C4, 3 seconds. What I talked about might come true. They just hold it down in time, but there's the cover. If they can find the kill, they do. PSG Talon. It's a gamble. This is just a deep dive and hoping they push their way in. The blitz is making his way onto Pillar. Gotti, as I said, easily picked up. They know what was coming, and I mean, a bit of a failure to land here. Let's be real. They did one thing and then went for a play, not with any pace.
Weren't hitting shots, and credit to DZ for being able to actually understand the attack that Talon were employing for this round. Countered it pretty much straight away. I mean, there's a minute left for the remaining duo. Ryder's so low. Somewhat so is Kobe, but I think DarkZero are certainly looking like we are going to be heading to a 15th round. Yas is just gonna honestly send it in and hope that Kobe doesn't get himself out of that position, and indeed that is correct. Big kill for Yas. Versus 3. Tell you what, if you're a DZ fan, you might still have your heart in your mouth depending on the way this round is about to finish. That was a absolutely super important kill from NJR. Shuts down Ryder. Nath will finish it. My concern with DarkZero on their attacks, though, has been their pacing and their time management. Now, Yas is sitting in the middle of those gridlock stingers. Good watch, though, from above. It doesn't get the kill. I mean, that is incredible. Nave goes down, and that's probably was one thing that was always going to happen. Yas then finds another kill because they couldn't finish him off when they should have. That is a huge misplay for DarkZero. NJR, at least through meeting, captures out Soldier, deals with the Echo. Can't win the battle, though, against Ryder. NJR is frustrated. You can see it on the cam. Drop pro from RazaH with a shotgun, and Gotti sends PSG Talon.
To a lot of the other teams at the major, where you'll see a Blackbeard pretty much every single round. Huge pick rate. There's Army, I think, the most banned operator of anyone throughout this tournament as well. Understandable. The limitations as well. PSG.
Now, vice versa, if DZ get a couple of attacking rounds early on, well, that can certainly break the back and get rid of any kind of momentum. RazaH, though, yes, indeed, feeling it. Jumps out, gets the kill onto NJR, but no exit back into the building as Bolo shuts him down.
I'm wondering what's going to come on the back of this. Are they just going to try and drop and go for the plant in the middle of the room? Pamba loses out inside SCARZ. The shield is in. The blitz, Kobe trying to make their way around to find a fight. There's a bit of cover here on towards the side of Cocktail, and the pistol isn't going to win it out. Misa gets a double for the round, leaving just Bolo, gets his second. But he's got to find an ace if he wants to start this off for the right foot for DarkZero. Yes, Soldier and Gotti. They have all the time here to work with. 50 seconds. He's just poking and prodding and peppering different angles to try and hope that he gets a bite. He almost has Wamai on the pixel shield there, but he's not quite able to get the destruction onto it. One gadget, but at this point he just wants the gun forward. An opener here for PS. Now, some teams do sort of rotate, drop down, and play their lives. They obviously have the hatch on the split, and they have the Scopper shield, but Bolo, I mean, how necessary he is for DarkZero. There's the swing, the coverage of his own shield, hiding behind a copy of himself as he looks for the fight. There's the second. Can he get any more? Yes, he can! Yo, he's almost on his fourth, but no, Kobe stops it. NJR gets a kill with a Claymore.
What is Gotti doing? He's literally thrown his life away and puts Soldier, who was the first one downed in this round, by himself as the solo on the Echo. Now, can find some information, of course, on the Yokai. He does spot out Kobilax. Knows there's one inside of Cocktail. Knows where the other one is, but NJR... Definitely a position that they're going to have to commit to now, trying to push through Bakery, clear it out. I mean, you even got Yaps as well, tripling down over towards Small Bank. They do lose Soldier to NJR, up to 4 kills for him now. The power of the Vert from above with that trained position. 30 seconds left in the round. Still, that diffuser needs to make its way through Bakery. Despite all of the Vert hold that DarkZero have, the actual kit itself still needs to get into the building.
So much has been sent trying to get Misa out of this position, and he's been able to survive way longer than he should have. They finally end him, but 20 seconds to make it land. Oh, it's a scrappy wedding fight. He doesn't get the full kill, though. Bolo, again, importantly, on the cover. They can try and cross the distance here. They can start getting the kit planted, but they don't have a lot of time for mistakes. There's Nafe getting it locked inside. Will PSG Talon try and bite their way in? Pamba's got the cover. There's nobody to stop this. It's a post plant for what feels like the first time in a while, but doesn't last. It's about to have an echo drone for support to tell him exactly where to aim.
Oh, this is wonderful. They bait it with the drone to just try and take away the idea that he can come out on the backside. Bolo has to reposition. He knows he's out in the open to take the fight. Kobe elsewhere finds 2 kills. So crucial for DarkZero. Misa has to just take this fight. You've got to push, and he does. Gets the headshot onto Bolo. So a battle won for DZ elsewhere on the map, but a battle won there from Misa towards bot white as Kobe makes his way in towards bar. Flash deep in towards bar stock. 40 seconds left in the round, playing behind the long bar. One in towards Cocktail, the swing from RazaH. He has owned that position so far on Cafe. Cocktail is his, but shut down by Nafe. A rather dramatic round now comes down to a 2 versus 2.
That's it. Pamba's chasing Misa. It's 2 1 versus 1s right now, and wherever they can stack first is going to be the most important play. Nafe and Pamba trying to get together, but there's the tucked player caught out. And now doubled up, and Pamba has the important cover.
Starting to really see DarkZero get a stranglehold on this game. Yes. The push-up red stairs needs to come a little bit quicker here. 1-for-1 trade between Bolo, Misa, and Kobe. Ends up still, though, with that player advantage for DarkZero heading into the final minute. They've got themselves into a really solid position to find a 4th attacking round in this half. They're playing a lot better here on Cafe than they did on Consulate. Far more consistent. They look far more dangerous on their attacks as well. Consulate, plenty of times they stalled themselves out. Double stack in towards Reading, still a Nitrocell available in the hands of Gotti. Trying to take the battle on the top floor. RazaH loses that one. Nitrocell from Gotti does at least have an impact. Has a say in the round. 3v2, final 20 seconds.
They're going for the plant though, behind the chassis. They're not quite able to stop it at this point. The back and forth cover isn't netting anything, but there goes Gotti onto Nafe. Does find the narrow angle, and now Bolo holding onto the kit, waiting and wanting Pamba to offer some support, but Pamba is underneath. He's caught out by Yas, who's getting the spray across. Yas!
They're going to go for a bakery here. We can hold up above, play the vert angles, and he even said, who cares if there's 3 in bakery? That's exactly what he said, and RazaH finds the kill onto NJR. But he does so from code check. You've still got pressure towards train and mining. So I'd love the positioning here for Talon. They've really listened to Fabian's call here. We'll see if they can execute it.
Well, now there's one less on this side, but when will Pamba activate? Obviously, he could be the cover, the aggression, just to draw the player away. There's the call. There's the aggressive fight. He needs to sort of win it out, but he's got Ryder. And there it is, as Kobe does get one inside the side as well, or I think that might have even been above. Yas is gone. Will they watch this from the vertical? They are not opting to lean in towards the smoke at this point, but there's the cover, the pings, there's the fight with the Claz, and it's scrappy, but it's one out by Misa, a 2 versus 4.
Yeah, just as Gas died, Misa immediately rotated, got on the move, wanted to retake that train position. Again, listening to Fabian, they want to have that hold. If there's a bakery push coming, Misa listens perfectly, rotates, gets into the same spot as Gas, gets the kill, 4v2, 30 seconds left.
Soldier on the Echo, he's up to the roof and back down. They tried to plant just behind the bomb chassis, but he knows that if he can keep this drone alive long enough, it is a win condition, but so is RazaH, checking everybody out of code check, leaving Josh Bolo in a 1 versus 3. Seti is an important figure for any roster that he's on, but right now, it could be the difference of keeping them off the even half. It is pretty much impossible, though, with the Echo and the watch. PSG Talon. If you do counter-strat, it doesn't mean that it's going to come together. It doesn't mean it's as easy as it feels or looks. Doubling up on the fight here. Pamba takes a lot of damage, but it's Nafe that gets RazaH. Soldier does get Pamba. Removes the mirror window, but traded positions, and you've now lost your Hibana.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to matter too much. I think at least it's 1 for 1. I don't think PSG will be sweating the loss of the Hibana at this point in the round. They've cleared out washrooms. Nitrocell in hand here from Nafe, maybe expecting Soldier or Misa on the rappel close by to the white hallway. Yas on the buck. Top floor, and PSG Talon clearly want the pressure. Getting it into the face of DZ, and NJR caught in the cross, loses his life. The Soldier made his way in towards mining, unsuspected, and with that kill, PSG Talon up 4v3. An early attacking round could be so crucial for them.
It's a great close down there, but obviously, you know, they sent 3 players to try and get that sorted, 2 of them in the machine room, and then one of them going above with the buck, forced the pressure, but it leaves them not a lot of time, and they've obviously still, you know, not got the vertical control, so I think they're just going to have to try and get themselves in, close breach on towards dining table.
Wow.
Yes, able to find Kobe. If they can get Nafe here on a quick direct fight, which they do, yes! Gets Nafe, leaves just Bolo again. It's like we're back in the last round, but this time, he is the one locked down, caught by bees. They know where he is. He's using the smokes to buy himself a second. He's in the only position he can try and stop both sides, but he can't stop the flood of PS. There's nothing that's drawing their attention away. He slips his way down on towards the side of red. The fight on towards wedding, as I said, he was ready for it. NJR gets 1, gets 2. Locked it down here with a bit of a trade out on the bar side, and it leaves 5 seconds. And an attempt at a plant, not entirely sure where he's going, but he has to hold the key. Somebody, you assume it'll just be NJR moving in and moving them back out.
They start to panic, and if they panic, they start to fall back into bad habits. As long as they still have 5 players up, they feel in control, they're doing things they want to do, but NJR, well, he's right now wanting to be the one to get DarkZero over this line of PSG. Another Nitro kill, courtesy of Nafe, as the push comes through from RazaH in towards Cocktail, where Bolo is sitting and waiting, stands up, meets his demise, and with that all tied up, heading into the final minute of this 9th round, still a huge opportunity presents now for PSG Talon. These attacking rounds are not going to be easy to come by, and when you get into this kind of position, but look at this double stack white stairs. Nafe and NJR maybe feeling like they could put a dent into this round by flanking in towards those still in cocktail.
With 30 seconds, with the verticality opened all above reading, they're setting themselves up for the attempt on the default. The procs will scream it out, and maybe that's when they want to go and put the pressure on. But with that gone now, 20 seconds.
They're up, they're going.
That's it. They're going to make the motion happen. They're going to see if they put the pressure on. They're back down. They're trying to rotate. They don't have a C4 to stop it, but they got to do something here. Nafe is just going to swing on and pre-fire onto Gotti. NJR gets a double, and there just wasn't anyone watching for Nafe there at that point. He walks.
It is mining for this particular iteration.
Well, the player inside Washroom isn't entirely forced out. Kobe finds the first, and it's right at Bolo. Can he get gifted a couple here? Tucked in the corner, he goes wide, but it's actually already killed before he gets there. Swapped to the pistol by the Ram. Kobe's on a triple in the meantime. And it was just the wait, the response. An Echo Drone, he doesn't have the kit. Oh, not entirely sure what's happened there, but Kobe's going to punish them for it. The swap round, the kid is there. There's an Echo Drone only a few centimeters away, so it's going to get the first stop. It waits, it baits, and it's got caught. It's the C4 that does get Gotti, but it's a post-plant situation. They didn't have an option for a second attempt, so now the 5 versus 3. They can lead themselves on the intel. Soldier ducks round for a bit of cover, though, but if they can get rid of him, then they can just sort of long-arm it. There's nobody that can immediately try and stop it. There goes the down above. The vertical's been retaken. The freeze has been retaken. Ryder, he's going to try and get anything, but no. A flawless end for this, for the side of...
If they lose this map, the only world in which they could get out of the bottom spot would be BDS losing 2-0 today to Falcons, and then PSG beating BDS 2-0 tomorrow. NJR entry in towards lobby, but he does get tagged up. Initially wasn't quite sure where that was coming from. Front desk, though, has a couple of players for Talon. It's Kobe on the entry who finds the OP kill onto Gotti. It's been a great series from Kobe. Oh, left side, Gas caught in the corner. There's another one on the other side of the wall, Nave, on the other side of long desk. Up through Banana now comes NJR. Again, this is when DarkZero make their mark, and they make it indeed. Double kill straight away, 3 versus 1. Misa by himself, and Nafe will get the plant down successfully.
I mean, they just threw themselves in towards sight there. They sort of had the drone intel, realized there wasn't a lot that was watching them, a lot that could stop them. They had the first pick from Kobe, and then Kobe got traded out. But at that point, you've got 3 bodies inside the site. There's a 1 versus 1 that's happening around Spiral, but it doesn't really matter because all it does is distract the player. Misa gets himself a bit further away, but it's a very tricky post plant to get it. And there's the as well, so they can't just drop into servers behind them. So, where are NJR and Pam are going to try and make something happen from the back? There's Misa getting Kobe up through the hatch. As I said before, the beepers start popping off. They're inside, and Nafe is knocked immediately back out. And if he goes down with the kit, then it's a big rotate to have to try and get it. Will they even have enough time? There needs to be some activation from the other 3 guns of DarkZero. They're quickly rotating them around.
Bolt drop from Bolo. He's full white, though. The timing a little bit unfortunate. Nafe also having to play off of this. Bolo hoping that he can maybe clear out the backside. 3 versus 3 now. Nafe still very low. Big kill from Misa onto NJR. Bolo and Nafe both falling. They
on the previous showdowns between them. He's +5 for the day roughly as well. He's one of the only ones that is positive. Here comes the blinds from Bolo. They're forcing the players out. They hop themselves in towards Banana and away from the fight itself. Soldiers watching and waiting, but the plan is being attempted. Nafe, he's locking in, and they don't seem to have the full awareness. There's at least a trade back and forth. It's a catch from Yas, but a post-plant situation with Ryder sat watching and only waiting. This sort of refuse falling away.
Well, I mean, for DarkZero, they adapted really quickly. They noticed that PSG Talon were not playing on site. They had no focus over towards open area side and staff side. They were just trying to play above, defend above, play the vert. And so what does Nafe do? He just rushes in, gets that plant down perfectly. This is a very difficult retake because you essentially have to clear the exteriors outside. Nafe sitting towards electrical. He can swing at any moment, trying to play behind the keeper barrier, go for the long arm, but Ryder just dead immediately. He's still got someone over towards blue stairs, and it's an easy round for of Executive. But they're running out of time here, Abby, leaving it down to the last 40 seconds before they make the push in towards site. Nafe looking to repel in towards top square. He's done so now. 1-for-1 trade. Nafe going to look to hit the site.
Well, that's it. This is the moment and the movement they're trying to make Nafe as the cover of a long fight, but there's nobody else to support him, so he gets dropped by Misa. Pops round, and now they just have to swing and throw themselves into an engagement. He was more than happy to catch. Will he find another? No. Gets a big bite into Kobe, but as he rotates around 20 seconds, he's got to find himself. It's like a pop-up pirate game, but just Kobe in a 1 versus 3. And he might have said he didn't like the strat last time round, but this one's coming down to a tougher hold to break.
The lockers and CCTV. This is a very crucial round. Misa 8-2, holding stock. Opening kill though from Yas onto NJR. And that's the Capital dealt with nice and early. You bring the Capital Grim combo, really good for clearing out positions. Soldier will fall. Good answer back from Kobe, who has just continued to be the best player in the server in this particular match. A bit of a struggle for Misa, but eventually the pistol will do the job, gets the kill onto Pampazu and keeps
them. And you know, Nafe's done a walkabout. He's had to come back. They finally get a bit of the wall open. They've still got to bait the smoke counter, so he could start throwing them now. And with net results, the C4 almost gets a double, but Nafe does get the smoke. Nafe gets Gotti. He gets one more. He hops on the table. And now the cover is caught as well, a 1 versus 1. Bolo runs in deep. He knows he wants the engagement, but it's being pinged by a Maestro on the back end, but Ryder.
Dexterity of a player that he's backing himself in, and he gets the headshot onto Bolo. Perfectly timed for Soldier. Deals with the ram. Advantage for PSG.
The stretch on towards the side of open, just giving yourself that archives wiggle room that needs to be forced out. Pamba does find Ryder though. Gets himself a second across the bow of the office side. And now with Misa rotating up the top, this could be that moment. How checked is this rotation? You can see that there's some awareness from the player to his right on desk. He's slipping either side, well aware NJR, someone's near, but he's not quite sure where, so he's not going to sit around and find out what happens. It's Gotti that gets NJR though, and Nate's going for the plant and the cover! Entirely caught out, there's the black pit, there's the drop! Misa making magic happen throughout this series time and time again, and now Pamba has to try and pull this round back in, finish an ace to get it locked off, but it's time off, and a 4-2 half for PS. This play against the Bulletproof that's reading all this information, and then play against this. Cannot stick that. There's the first smoke with 30 seconds, and now a dead Misa. They're gonna have to try and drive this somewhere to an off-the-piece plant position. Soldier, he cannot sit on the default. Another smoke canister, a C4 could be the end. You can't really keep backing out at this point. Something else needs to happen here, PSG Talon. And it seems like they're well prepared for it. There's the smoke, it goes deep, the cover, they're already lined up, they can't shoot it out, and now is the motion. Pamba pops up, gets Gotti, they're going for the plant elsewhere. A C4 will be not even the end, because Bolo swings round, and just not enough done early enough, and nothing to try and stop it. 4-3.
Yeah, I watched enough APAC
Previously, and here, I mean, can they get the motion behind it? Bolo tracked and hunted by a Deimos who's going to swing in, but the cover is actually on the window. Misa! Wow. What a vendetta! And that's his second for the round, but he is all guns blazing. Go, 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 Nafe. Is he going to try and sit around, get one before he's forced out of the position? There's the swing, and he does. Big kill on towards Misa, removes that player, and then still gets the rotate back down. See a Blackbeard. And the support that's coming just from behind him, Nafe, across the seating area. And there's Ryder, takes care of NJR. Gets the reverse peek. The Blackbeard's reading all of this to the rotate of Ryder over to the window to force the fight with Nafe, but he doesn't even need to be there in time because he's dropped. Kobalax, all that's left, trying to hold on. He's on a soft out, just wants to go to a rotate, but he tries to fight his way out, understandably. 5-3. When do you call that?
What has just happened? And another opening kill for PSG Talon here. 2 in a row for them. Nafe does get rid of Misa though. That's the big star power off the board for Talon. Nitrocell from Nafe over towards Stock. Finds the kill onto Ryder, handy because they just lost NJR. Well, what a shot from Yas on the Carly to get the kill onto Kobe, and Pampazu losing his life. It's all down to Nafe with the Blackbeard shield right in front of him. He tries to fight back and does do so. One, no more though. Match point!
If they go exploring down Garage, they might be able to net a result. There's the drop here. Maybe they just try and hit it. Pamba does find Soldier. The Blackbeard is in and trying to find a fight. And at this point, DarkZero, they've all generally fallen back. Bolo does find Gotti. There's the trades out. Ryder finds Bolo. But it's one against pretty much everyone. At this point, DarkZero, they weren't, you know, slow, instantly back to the side, instantly responding to the hatch drop. It was a good attempted read from PSG Talon, but DarkZero well prepared. There's one. at least. The Blackbeard's tucked into the corner.
They've still got so much time. So, I mean, I like the pacing right now from Yas and Ryder. They don't have to run around and be frantic. You've got a minute and 20. They just kind of keep moving around this vault section, but a headshot from Pampersu on the Ryder is definitely going to put an end to this round. I do wonder if we're going to see a timeout get called at the conclusion of it. Yas does get another one, but 2 required. NJR is quite low, certainly winnable. I mean, he has the kit in hand. There is 60 seconds. He can go for a big rotate. He can go just about anywhere. So the fact that Nafe and NJR aren't really moving around, they're both playing together. He spots one. There is one more to your left, but Yas isn't aware of it. Nafe is just holding. He's not moving. At this point, Nafe might be aware that his position is unknown, so he can't move. Yas runs around. He's moving close, left behind bot main stairs. Oh, that was a heart-in-mouth moment. I think DarkZero's got some really good map control right now. They're playing this pretty well. They're not making any kind of mistakes. And Talon just look a little bit hesitant. Oh, they run into the Blackbeard! Soldier almost claims 2, but only the 1. And in the end, we're all tied up 3v3. NJR low towards top main. Big swing from Nafe. He's standing up late here on bank. 2 versus 2, still time. Got him with the kit towards Printer. A spot over towards Beepers. Nafe forced back on the Azami. Bolo needs to get involved, but he's just got to sit on the site and wait as they play together inside of Towers. Keep a barrier. Gotti and Misa with 30 seconds left towards Archives they go.
They've got to try and hit. This is a 2 versus 2. There's no way to play around it. They're going for the plant itself. Pull the goo mine out, and DarkZero, they're kind of letting it happen right now. The post-plant situation, the close angle, there's